Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where we're going to take a look at our next roundup of Kill Team Errata 1.2 / March 2025 changes. So we're looking at Agents of the Imperium teams. So we're going to do Exaction Squad, then the Hunter Clade, Elucidian Starstriders, Imperial Navy Breachers, Inquisitorial Agents, and we'll finish off with any changes to the Novitiates. So I'm expecting a couple of changes. The medic rule has been slightly reworded and just, I suppose it's more clarifications of when and how you can use it. And these teams, quite a few of these teams do include medics. I'm not sure there'll be many more outside of that, but we'll have a look. So how about we jump straight in with the Exaction Squad. Go right down the bottom. We have changed the medic rule, which I will read through it for these guys, and then at any point where we've got the medic rule change, just reference back to this. But this change is frequent and for many teams. We also have a bit of a rules commentary which we'll run over as well. So the first bit, the Chirurgent Operative medic rule has been changed to read: the first time during each turning point that another friendly Exaction Squad operative would be incapacitated, when visible to and within 3 inches of this operative, you can use this rule, providing neither this nor that operative is within control range of an enemy operative. If you do, that friendly operative isn't incapacitated, has 1 wound remaining, and cannot be incapacitated for the remainder of the action. After that action, that friendly operative can immediately perform a free dash action, but must end that move within this operative's control range. Subtract 1 from this and that operative's APL stats until the end of their next activations respectively. And if this rule was being used during that friendly operative's activation, that activation ends. You cannot use this rule if this operative is incapacitated, and if it's a shoot action and this operative would be a primary or secondary target. Hopefully that all makes sense. We touched on this on the Imperial Guard one where they have a lot of medics as well. Yeah, it's just more clarifications, but that's where we are. We're going to see this as a reoccurring thing through all of our kill teams, I think. Rules commentary. Question: when using the Guilt Reveals Itself strategy ploy, if my opponent has a rule that says it cannot be selected as a valid target, taking precedence over all other rules except being within 2 inches, e.g. the Hearthkin Jaeger in position, does this increase the 2-inch distance exception to 4-inch? Answer: yes. Guilt Reveals Itself. We'll have a quick look at that because I know nothing about this team. Strategy ploy. Guilt Reveals Itself. Whenever you're selecting a valid target for a friendly Exaction Squad operative, enemy operatives within 4 inches of it cannot be in cover instead of 2 inches. While this can allow such operatives to be targeted assuming they're visible, it doesn't remove their cover save, if any, unless this friendly Exaction Squad operative is within 2 inches as normal. Okay, just confirming how that would interact with... I guess that rule will always apply. I'm taking from that. Yeah, so Guilt Revealed Itself, my understanding is it will always take effect to that 4-inch range. Okay, so how about we jump over to Hunter Clade and see what changes the AdMech have for us. So straight down the bottom again, we have one change. This is to the Firefight ploy Omnissiah's Imperative, another changed Omnissiah's Imperative. Changed 4th bullet point to read: aggressor, you can ignore the first vertical distance of 2 inches this operative moves during 1 climb up. They've tweaked climb with grappling hooks for rattlings. Obviously medics and climbing is what's been tweaked here. Omnissiah's Imperative Firefight ploy. Yeah, it was the Bulwark that was changed last time around. They're just tweaking and refining rules. This is still fairly early in this edition. It's not even 6 months old yet, so they're really just starting to get their brains around what they've written and then making it work for everybody else, I think. So that's fairly straightforward, and I think we're going to see a few things like that again, because there are kill teams who can take climbing ropes and grappling hooks and things. Tau Pathfinders is probably going to have a similar change. But that's very nice and quick one done for the Hunter Clade, unlike last time. Let's jump over to the Elucidian Starstriders and see if they've got any change. I'm expecting a medic change here. Yeah, one change, and it is the medic. So the only change to what we read with Exaction Squad is that it will be an Elucidian Starstrider keyword operative instead of Exaction Squad, which you guys already understand, I'm sure. So that's 3 changes down, and they're all fairly straightforward. Move over to Imperial Navy Breachers. So what have we got with these guys? We have a change to team selection. So relevant part of the first paragraph changed to read, other than armsmen and gunner operatives, your kill team ... Other than armsmen operatives, your kill team can only include each operative on this list once. Your kill team can only include up to 2 gunner operatives. That's just a clarification, isn't it? Because each gunner is a separate operative. Yeah. I mean, if you were saying that you could take multiples of Melter Gun, Plasma Gun, or the Las Volley, I'm sorry, that's not how this team works. And that's not how any of the teams work. So nice try, but they have clarified and fixed that. So that's Breachers done. Who's next? Inquisitorial Agents. They had a lot of changes last time as well. How about we see what's going on with them? I don't think they have a medic. Oh, the Tempesters have a medic. Oh, we have a rules commentary as well. Okay. So Tempesters medic operative, exactly the same as the 2 we've seen, except it's the Inquisitorial Agent operative instead of it being any other keyword. And the rules commentary, when using Absolute Authority Firefight ploy, can I use it after seeing some of the effects of a ploy the opponent uses? For example, if they select an operative, can I use it after they select them? Answer: no, you must use it when the ploy is declared, but before any of its rules are resolved. Note that we expect players to be sporting and give their opponent the opportunity to use Absolute Authority when they declare a ploy before resolving its rules. Absolute Authority. So Absolute Authority, use this firefight ploy during the battle when an opponent uses a strategy or firefight ploy excluding command reroll or one that costs 0 CP. Their ploy isn't used, the CP spent on it is refunded, and they cannot use that ploy again during this turning point. This ploy cannot be used to stop the same ploy more than once per battle. Okay, all of that makes sense. I don't understand the question. Can I use it after seeing some of the effect? No. You must use it when it's declared, and you declare it. So an opponent would go to use whichever ploy and you shut it down straight away before they run through it and do it. Is the question more like, say a firefight ploy does 2 things, you stop the second thing but not the first? No, it's a blanket cancellation, is my understanding. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. And second question, when using the Intense Scrutiny strategy ploy, if my opponent has a rule that says it cannot be selected as a valid target, taking precedence over all other rules except being within 2 inches, e.g. Hurtgen in position, does this increase the 2-inch distance exception to 4? Yes, very similar to Exaction Squad. It was Intense Scrutiny. In fact, that is the exact same thing for Inquisitorial Agents that was it Exaction Squad? I think it was Exaction Squad, wasn't it? They have the same rule, which is interesting. That doesn't normally happen. But that's Inquisitorial Agents down so much easier this time around. Last time we had quite a lot of changes to how the floating book operates and things, and how that interacted with just about every element of the game. So that's nice and easy. Now we'll move on to the Novitiates. Do Novitiates have a medic? Yes, they do. So 2 changes. First change is the Hospitaller Operative Medic rule. Exactly like we've mentioned with this medic change, except it's for keyword Novitiate Operatives. And a change to Firefight ploy Glorious Martyrdom. Additional text added to the end of the first sentence. Use this firefight ploy when a friendly Novitiate operative is incapacitated before it's removed from the kill zone. So just for reference, Glorious Martyrdom now reads in full, use the firefight ploy when a friendly novitiate operative is incapacitated. Before it's removed from the kill zone, for each enemy operative visible to and within 2 inches of it, you gain 1 faith point and inflict D3 damage on that enemy operative. Roll separately for each. It's quite a nice ploy actually. Yeah, that sounds like a fun one. But that's our changes for the Agents of the Imperium kill teams. Fairly straightforward. I think a lot of these changes are going to be straightforward. This errata just feels like they're clarifying medics and tweaking some ranges and just making sure that equipment and firefight ploys are working as they should be. So far there's been nothing too serious. Join me tomorrow for our look at Loyalist Space Marines, where we'll see if there's been any changes to their squads other than probably a medic rule and something about grappling hooks. Let me know what you think in the comments and how this has changed your favourite kill team. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.